Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Psychic Bella Love, and today we're going to be taking a look at JT and Lil Uzi's relationship because some old tweet got dragged back up, and then I guess Uzi said it was fake, and then he said JT broke up with him over it. And people, were saying like, oh, it's the principle of the lying. But then other people were saying it was probably she's had enough of him and that was just the final straw. And then other people were saying it's a publicity stunt because they have music coming out. So I just wanted to do a real quick look at their relationship. So I shuffled up the cards before I started. I'm going to give them another real quick shuffle. As always, I do not accept any requests for videos on my YouTube. You can join my Patreon at the $25 tier for the option to request up to 3 video readings on whatever topic you want per month. Patreon is a spiritual learning community. We talk about all of the deepest, darkest aspects of everything, including history and religion and, the real true roots of spirituality. And we also discuss conspiracy theories and if there's any truth to them and who is or isn't a part of the Jackumatati. So if that stuff interests you, along with healing and spiritual and personal growth, that information to join the Patreon will be linked down below, as well as the link to my website. It is waitlist only for appointments with me. However, every Monday I update my schedule for the week and send out links to my calendar to anybody on the waitlist. It's just because we're still going through my son recovering from breaking his leg, so my schedule is kind of changing every single week, so I had to kind of do what we can for the time being. So that's also why you guys are probably only seeing me about once a week right now, because I'm pre-recording when I can get the opportunity to do so, and then trying to make sure I'm getting out content to you guys at least on a weekly basis. However, my Patreon does get me every single day. So, Spirit, real quick, just what do we need to know in regards to JT and Lil Uzi's relationship? Thank you, Spirit. Also, I'm still trying to replace my equipment if I'm still all propped up like this, but I am psychic. I just use the cards to connect. After that, everything gets channeled from Spirit. So first thing that's coming up in the underlying energy though is JT was really in that whole like wifey mindset, to the plan of planning a family, planning a future, and there was conversations, coming from both sides of things, and Spirit is saying, she took a step back, kind of playing that role. However, now especially, I think, because it's easy to fall into that too, with the way that we were all, shut down and locked inside over the past couple years. And now that things are opening up, obviously for, artists, it's time to get back out and start, touring and releasing music and being active again. And so it's coming up that she is in a situation where she's kind of having to decide, where am I going to put more of my energy and attention? In my career and chasing the bag, or into my relationship? Because it feels like there's so many opportunities in front of her that it would basically be like you are going to be working every single day, for the rest of the foreseeable future until the end of the year or something like that. So obviously, if you say yes to these things, then you're not going to have the time to spend with your man, and that will take a toll on your relationship. And Uzi's, in the same situation where Okay, everything's open again, so now I gotta go out on tour and it's time to release projects and do more. So there is this whole thing of having to, you know, kind of prepare and plan and make choices based off of everything that is, you know, about to happen. And there is not a whole lot of trust going on in the relationship either. She feels like he lies a lot and she catches him in a lot of lies. So it feels like this breakup, you know, that he's saying happened because of that tweet. It wasn't just, yes, it was the principle of, okay, you lied to me by saying it was fake when it was an old tweet, but also I've caught you lying so many times that it was also the straw that broke the camel's back. And of course, infidelity has been an issue in the past in their relationship as well from his end. And so Spirit is saying that she doesn't trust that he's not doing something right now. And that's why it was like, you know, we're okay, logically for anybody else, that tweet's from 7-8 years ago and I didn't even know you back then. But if I already feel like you're running around and doing shit behind my back anyways, and now this is coming out, that just to me is confirming my intuition that there's somebody else and that something else is going on. So I feel like she's really starting to fall out of love with him. I don't think his feelings have changed for her, but I think she's really gotten to a point where, you know, so much has happened and so much has gone on that any little thing is now setting you off because your spirit doesn't sit right with being there anymore. So Spirit is saying they may work things out for a short period of time. However, he's going to end up brokenhearted, and I see her being really like in a spirit of anger moving on. Like, I just can't do this anymore because even if you aren't cheating on me right now, you did the last 4 times and I have to leave for my own peace of mind because I'm now in a spirit of anger all the time when I don't want to be. So there still is a breakup that's coming. There was a plan for a pregnancy in the past, but it's showing up in the past position, and it's like everything was happy and good until it wasn't. And then secrets started coming out. The trust was broken, and Spirit saying that really the last 4 or 5 months, we haven't obviously been privy to this, you know, because it has been, you know, behind the scenes, but the last 4 or 5 months was a lot of trying to work through some stuff and prove and regain trust, and she's having a hard time giving him the opportunity to be trusted again. So it's like, you can buy me all the bags and the shoes and the cars in the world. If I don't trust you, that's not going to make me forget. So she's kind of at her Sweetie Quavo point. All the bags and the shoes in the world don't mean anything, you know, if the trust isn't there. So Spirit, what can we expect from these two going forward? Thank you. Let's start with JT. Thank you, Spirit. I keep seeing her with a basketball player. Like, and I think it's going to be like, I think she'll be public with it. And I think it's going to be, I'm out having a good time. Not like, don't expect like, oh, JT's going to get settled down immediately or anything like that. But I see her out with somebody new. Somebody that's gonna flash on her and take her on private jets, and you know, she's going out to fancy dinners and she's sitting front row at basketball games cheering them on. And you know, if it's not a basketball player. It's somebody super flashy, like a Gunna type rapper. And it's so funny because as I was saying that, this is what comes up. It's her being the Queen of Cups, but there's the King of Wands and the Ace of Pents. So it's like, emotionally, I'm not over Uzi and what happened, but I'm going to go out and have a good time with somebody that's got money while I try to heal. And, you know, the idea for her of how she's going to get over things is by having a great luxurious time with somebody new and publicly, because then it's also haha in your face. Look, somebody else can do for me financially what you were doing too. So you got replaced real easy. There's something that's gonna come out after her and Uzi like split. That's because it feels like they quietly kind of get back together for a bit, and then all of a sudden everybody is saying something about him, and oh, he got caught doing this. This girl's out here, blah, 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 blah. And people may even spot her out with somebody and start saying something. And then it's, we broke up. And then even more skeletons come tumbling out of the closet about how that relationship really was. They're going to fight too. I mean, it's really giving Quavo and Sweetie Part 2 where, you know, Uzi's gonna get in his feelings and say some shit, but unlike Sweetie, who just mostly ignored, you know, everything that Quavo was saying and doing, and just went and bought herself a new car and bossed up, you know, and just got the bag even bigger. JT has a mouth on her, so she of course will say some slick shit back. So there is, you know, some drama surrounding all of that. And I do feel Uzi bringing things up like, oh, you didn't have shit because I bought you your first Birkin bag and I paid for this and I paid for that. And Spirit saying that's what's going to motivate her, that when she is out with this new guy, to make sure that she's flaunting it. And making sure that we all see, like, oh, you've been dating this guy for a week and he bought you a Birkin, because it's like, look, bitch, like, I can go out and get this shit from anybody because it's me, not you. So, you know, JT's a Sagittarius, right? It's like Sagittarius has loved to throw some stuff in your face and prove people wrong. And show you that you ain't it. So that's what we can expect from her. As far as Uzi goes, I feel like we probably will see him with somebody that like he's been with in the past. Even if it's somebody that was like, oh, like they were rumored to have been dating for 2 weeks 10 years ago. But I do see him being around somebody that he used to be with at least for a while, and then he'll move on to somebody else. And I keep getting like, we might end up seeing him with one of the newer R&B type girls, like a Chloe Bailey type, even if it's not necessarily her. But it is funny because I just keep getting them going off into like almost like, let me get the opposite of you. Like Jay-Z's gonna go get her like a tall dude, you know, and that plays sports or something like that. Whereas JT's like, I'm gonna go get one of these little soft, sweet R&B girls, so that way like I have a different kind of energy than JT's, you know, kind of tough in your face, I'm gonna talk back at every moment sort of vibe. So they're, you know, winding up their cycle together because it's kind of burned out that, you know, like all of these relationships that it's a lot of passion, but a lot of kind of toxicness too. And at some point those flames combust. So anyways, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you like this video and comment below. Did you think that they were going to last longer? Are you surprised by all of this? Let me know what you think. And also, you can follow me on Instagram and my backup channel, which is where I would love to start going live and doing live celebrity readings with you guys. But we have to get to 1,000 subscribers first, or it won't let the live chat stuff work, and there's no point in doing it if I can't interact with y'all. So anyways, I love you so much, and I will see y'all later. Bye.